Oh, here we go, boys. We're here the week before the season.
We're here, boys. We made it. Finally.
I'm joined by my good friend Georgie and
Rocky,
the number one Trey Lance supporter in the world, James Arthur. How are we, guys? How are we?
I'm just a big fan. Good, mate. Good.
Massive show today. Prediction show.
Prediction show, always a big show.
All the awards will be getting announced and the rankings of the playoffs as well.
Wow.
So let's just...
Yeah, we're in for a big one, that's for sure.
Who would have thought when I started picking on lunch tray that he'd end up being a Dallas Cowboy?
What do you think of the lunch trade, by the way?
Bizarre thing I've ever seen. I was just like, why? And then the Giants trade a 7th round pick for Isaiah Simmons. I'm like, they should have given a 4th round pick up for Isaiah Simmons.
The thing that I find even more fucking bemusing about that trade of Trey Lance, not only did they give away the farm to get him, they gave him away for a half a pack of fucking Doritos.
Yeah.
And they're still good. They're still a good team. I don't know. Imagine if they had all those fucking picks, how good they'd be.
Keep in mind, they also traded away DeForest Buckner and drafted Kinlaw, who's ended up being shit.
Yeah.
And yet they're still good.
They
gave away an elite D tackle and they're still good.
I'm so confused. It's
unbelievable.
Well, let's get stuck right into it, boys.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's start off with...
hey, Brocky's onto us today.
We have a time schedule we've got to get through.
We're sharp. We better keep this really on the straight and narrow. He's got himself a fresh fade.
I don't know if I'm impressed or turned on. I don't know where I'm sitting.
I'm both equally. I'm going to put that right up.
Shit, boy.
All right.
Cheers. So
where are we on? Let's go, Brocky. What are we doing?
We're going to start on the best side of the ball, offense.
Yes, I love it.
All right,
so let's start. First year players, offensive rookie of the year. James, who you got?
This was probably the most challenging rookie one. I think the defensive one's a bit easier, but I went with a guy that I think is going to play 17 games at the most valuable position that people love voting for.
Yep, I know where you're going with this.
And he's going to produce numbers on the ground and through the air.
Yep.
So I went with Anthony Richardson from the Colts. I just don't think he's going to miss any games. Yep.
Oh, wow. That's really surprising.
I think he's going to... he was going.
I'm very surprised. I thought you were going to go with Bryce Young.
Nah, so I think the Texans will be shit.
Yeah.
I think the Panthers will be very bad at pass protection. And I'm blanking on the Panthers quarterback's name. That's not Stroud, is it?
Oh, yeah. CJ Stroud.
Stroud's at the Texans.
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young's at the Texans.
Yeah.
So I think the Texans will be crap, which will make it hard for Bryce Young. I think Stroud will have no pass protection and he wants to be that sort of pocket passer. And I think Richardson, from what I've seen in the preseason, that motherfucker can run.
Oh, he's
big
man.
And he's strong. He's inaccurate as fuck.
He's got a cannon though.
But he's got a cannon. So I think he'll be able to throw the ball downfield.
Yes.
He's the only player in that offense.
They don't have a running back.
The running back's not going to play. Taylor's not going to play.
What a shit show that's turning into, by the way.
Nightmare. But I think there's a chance that he plays every game. They're productive enough.
If he's healthy, he will play every game.
Yeah,
100%.
And I think he'll run for so many yards.
Who's their backup now? Who they got?
I can't even remember.
I don't even know.
Andy Dalton.
Gardner Minshew.
Oh, it is too.
Wow.
Yeah. So no one's taking his spot, and you know what? They don't care. They're tanking.
Yeah.
They're trading away Taylor. They're literally like, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we're tanking for picks. We want picks.
Do what you got to do. Let's see how you are in your rookie year.
Do you think they get the deal done, or what do you think? Or you think he's 60 year?
He will go. He'll be traded.
Yeah.
So he's already on PUP, and they're going to wait 4 weeks.
Right.
He will.
So why didn't they get the deal done beforehand?
Because they want a 1st round pick.
Oh.
So apparently they called the Dolphins, who were like, yeah, look, we'll give you McCaffrey got a 2nd round pick last year.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
Yeah.
So if they gave a late 1st or a 2nd, that's probably the value for him. And they called and they said, we want Jalen Waddle. And apparently the Dolphins just genuinely laughed, thinking you're taking the piss.
You're taking the right piss.
And they're like, so you want us to give you one of the most valuable players at one of the most valuable positions who's on a rookie deal still for a running back who is one of the least valuable players on the least valuable position.
Yeah.
And they're like,
that is
yes. It's like, okay, SA, go have another fucking mate.
It's a bold strategy card and
fuck yourself.
So, yeah. That's my guy. I took Anthony Richardson.
Look, I understand the logic, and I don't really have an issue with it.
It was a logical thing.
I don't think he's going to be very good. That's all.
I think he'll run a lot. I think he'll score rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, he probably will.
Cam Newton rookie season, 12 rushing touchdowns sort of deal.
Is that the record for the rookie?
He holds the record for rushing touchdowns, but I think it was 14 or something.
Okay. Yeah, he's every chance to break that.
If they're not winning, though, does he look as good, though? That's the thing.
No, they're not going to win. They're not going to win, but he's still going to look good because he's large and athletic.
I don't think any of the quarterbacks teams are going to win.
the
rookie quarterbacks.
yeah, rookie.
I
No,
don't
they
think
won't.
any of
They're
them.
all going to be terrible.
Yeah.
I agree.
Georgie,
That-
who you got, big fella?
So I've gone for an equally logical choice in an equally important offensive position,
Mm-hmm.
and that is I have gone for my man, and hopefully your man too, Zay Flowers from the Baltimore Ravens.
I love Zay.
There it
Did you,
is.
did you pick him as
Yeah,
well?
I'm
Snap.
all
I knew
about
you would.
Zay.
I knew you
I'm
would.
all about him.
He-
He's-
The only
just-
problem is he's got a running back throwing him the ball. You know what? It's a cheap shot. Brock,
That is-
it's early in the show.
I'm glad you got it out early.
It
That was
didn't need
good.
to come. It didn't need to happen.
your backup
No, no,
quarterback can't throw the ball to start with. So
I'm here
let's talk
for
about it.
it. I'm
Cooper
here for
Rush
it.
is a saint. Trey Lance is our third string.
I wouldn't put.
So-
I wouldn't put that past him.
I think obviously he's got talent to burn. The kid, I think he's just going to slip beautifully into that offense, especially now they've got a new OC. They're going to try their very best, especially after paying him all this fucking money. They're going to try
We've
and
got
keep
Bateman, OBJ,
Lamar
and him.
in the pocket and throwing. That's what they want to do, and then to use his feet if and when necessary, not as a first option, as almost like a last resort kind of thing. And
I like it.
I've seen some tape, and the kid's a stud. I
He
think
looks
he's
so good.
There's every chance in 3 years he could be a top 5 receiver in the league.
He
He's
looks
that
really good.
He's going to be a young OBJ.
Yeah.
Throwing the ball off a one-step route. Zay, go get some yards.
Just get him. Just get the ball.
Try and tackle.
I love it.
His preseason
And
highlights.
as
Zippy.
yeah, I agree. He looked
Zippy.
great. Preseason high, he looked fantastic. Even like training camp footage I saw, he looked fantastic. And the other thing is as well, what Brocky said, I agree with too, that like guys that are doing well on teams that are winning always get more attention than guys that on teams that are doing shit. That's my thought.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's
No,
why
I don't mind it at all.
Like he won't have all the targets, but he won't need them.
No.
He will get a lot of
he's going to
yards.
flash. He's going to flash on
And
tape.
he'll
100%.
get a lot of yak as well.
Yeah,
The way they'll
100%
play
he will.
it,
Yeah,
he'll get a lot of quick,
100%. They'll put
quick
him in the
slants.
slot and he'll be
Go.
yakking all day.
Absolutely.
100%.
So that's rookie of the year.
Wait, yours.
I'm all about Zay.
Zay.
Oh, you're the
first
same.
too,
Oh,
yeah.
you two. Oh,
We
you
snapped.
snapped.
We snapped.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were just because he was a Baltimore fan. But you like
No,
that.
we
No,
snapped.
I love Zay.
I knew he was going to pick him. Of course, he's going to pick him.
That's fair. That's fair.
So offensive player of the year, James. Who you got?
Are we going? Oh, we're going off.
Let's go straight.
You'll
off
do all
offensive.
offensive.
I love it.
Oh boy. I went with a real cop out one. It's a real easy one.
Don't.
It's a real obvious one.
Don't.
It's CMC.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
fair.
That's actually not that obvious, but that's a really good
Yeah.
choice.
Yeah, he's basically got, a brand new mum with a drinking problem as a quarterback. Old pump and dump Purdy. Anyone who's got kids will understand that joke.
Hey, all.
So I
Fantastic.
think he will get 20 carries a game and probably 6 to 7 to 10 catches.
10
as well.
catches a game for sure.
I think he's going to be a 30 touch a game operator in a Kyle Shanahan offense in space. The only thing that could stop him is if
Injury.
he's injured.
Yeah, but
And-
we don't.
Yeah,
do that.
I
We don't do that.
want to assume he plays every game, which
Yeah.
would be rare for him. But I think he's going to be. I think he played every game last year, actually. Maybe missed one. So,
Mm.
and he was pretty close last year. He was
Yep.
a 2,000 scrimmage yard guy last
Yep.
year. So I think if he does that again, I think in that offense they're going to need to feed him.
They're going to have to. He's
I
the
don't
most
think
talented
Brock
player by a
Purdy-
mile.
I don't
They
think Brock
didn't
Purdy's
really
that
last
good.
year. Oh no, I'm with you on this. I don't think Brock Purdy will be good.
Purdy's
His
so
second year.
fucking overrated. But anyway,
It-
Anyway,
I
he's the
think
backup
that there's
syndrome.
the only reason that he is good is because he's on an exceptional team. If he was on even a mediocre team,
Mhm.
he would struggle badly.
and
Garoppolo
he's,
looks
He's got
like
a lot of talent
and
around
he's
him. man.
smart. He's obviously very smart and can follow Shanahan's complicated
Yeah.
offense and
Yeah.
go, okay, I'm going to do exactly what the fuck you want me to do.
Yeah.
And it's why Shanahan likes it.
Like
Yeah,
when Garoppolo
yeah.
was healthy, he looked like an MVP
he
for a
looked great.
quarterback.
You're not wrong. You're actually not wrong. In that offense,
That-
he did look like a
that
fucking
year they
MVP.
versed-
candidate.
He went to a Super
The
Bowl.
Chiefs,
Yeah.
yes.
Garoppolo
They-
took him to
yeah.
a Super Bowl,
Yeah,
remember?
yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
they did have one of the best running games in the
But
league.
that's what they
But
do with the
that's-
Niners.
That's
Yeah,
the thing.
that's
You
what
just got to
they do.
control
That's
the
why-
game.
that's
Don't
why I think
waste the ball.
CMC
They
is
run
gonna
and then
be-
they scheme around it. Yep,
I think CMC is
100%.
just going to have so many yards.
One thing I 100% agree with what you said is production. That guy is just going to
Mhm.
get you fucking numbers. That I 100% agree with.
Georgie boy, who you got?
I've gone with my man, Justin Herbert. I think
the quarterback. He's on
he's-
double QB.
he's
Jesus.
primed for a massive year this year. He is locked, loaded, and ready to go, I reckon.
But not MVP.
Not MVP.
Right.
See, I
Not
think
MVP.
that's tough because if you're going to be
I feel like
the best
offensive
offensive
player of the
players are-
year
yeah.
is now like the best non-quarterback.
That's
The
cool.
MVP
I'm
is
But
not,
quarterback.
there has been quarterbacks.
there's been plenty of
before.
times where they've picked quarterbacks before, and I think he's primed for a big year. Kellen Moore is going to get the absolute best out of him, and I think he's just going to be. I think he's going to be a top 3 quarterback in the league this
Yeah,
year. That's
that's
what I honestly think.
I mean,
And I think the Chargers are primed for a really big year too. Really
Yeah,
big year.
we'll talk about them soon.
Yeah.
I've got them. They came out of the wash very good when I did my schedule.
Because
just quietly.
their schedule's not that tough.
Yeah,
if you look at their schedule, it
no.
ain't that tough. There's a lot of winnable games for them. And if
They get to play
Herbert-
Russell Wilson twice.
Oh,
that's already 2 wins.
Rocco's country.
And
Let's try.
and Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
4 wins.
Yeah.
That's, see?
That's 4 wins. That's a good point.
So
I'm
Like- their schedule's not that great. Then the schedule's not that tough.
Yeah.
And they've got a lot of talent on that team. And I think that if Herbert has the year that I think he's going to have, they're going to do very well.
he needs to at this point as well.
Mm.
It really does.
Yeah.
It would like seal him as a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah.
If he has a big year after getting the contract.
He'll be
will-
just behind Josh Allen at 3.
Wrong.
Broggy's man, Josh.
Wrong.
Who you got, Broggy?
I've got the
Josh Allen.
Just fucks us right up.
I've got the New York Giants offense, also known as Saquon Barkley.
Saquon. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
I'm simply going with
I see why you did it. I
Production.
see why you did it. It's
He's gonna
just
have
numbers.
straight yards.
Yeah.
Daniel Jones is not the guy.
Don't improve our line too.
Yep.
He's
Yeah,
going
they have,
he's going to look good. He was their offense last year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Barkley was.
That's
100%.
all it is. He is a running back who will win you games.
Yep.
Just by he doesn't fumble the ball, he runs yards and he runs hard.
Yep.
That's what I'm going with.
Yep.
So
I mean-
I got no issue with that pick at all. Actually, I
I'm
got
buying
no
it.
issue with it
I don't mind it.
because again, on a team where nothing else is happening around him, he's going to get a lot of production.
Oh,
and
Does
he's gonna
anyone
do
think
really
a
well.
receiver can do it? Like, if there was a receiver, like Jamar Chase is probably one that could.
Yeah, but then
Wouldn't shock-
who the guy throwing it to him is pretty good too.
Yes.
that could be MVP.
Stephon
worthy if you're throwing it.
Diggs.
Yeah.
I feel like
Diggs
I
good.
feel like if you're the quarterback that wins MVP, there's a real high chance that your best offensive weapon is going to win Offensive Player
Yeah.
of the Year.
Yeah. Oh, it's a big
Jamar
chance.
Chase could be a thing. Yeah,
That-
like
that-
Cooper Cup won it that year when he won
Yeah.
the Triple Crown.
Yeah,
If it's a 1-2
Like,
punch,
he could have almost
absolutely.
been MVP. That
He
year,
could have.
if you ask me. But we all know that MVP is the
The quarterback
quarterback on
award.
the best quarterback on the best team.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I don't disagree with that.
So let's start with the NFC for our predictions as well for the conferences.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're doing that. Yep, great.
Yep.
Going
Love
to
it.
the conference now. All right.
Let's start up north in the NFC. We got the Vikings, Lions, Bears.
So,
and Green Bay
what do
Packers.
you want to do here, Brocky? You want us to give 1, 2, 3, 4?
Who's winning the division for you?
I got the Detroit Lions winning.
I have the Detroit Lions winning too.
I've got the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep.
Yep.
So do you want, if we've got a team in this division as a wild card?
Yes.
Yeah, I've got the Vikings as a wild card.
Yep.
And
what number
in
wild card?
fairness, not a fucking good wild card. They're 7th seed and they're 8 and 9.
Well, where do you got your
So that's some 8-9 bullshit right there.
where's your Lions finishing? Where are they ranking?
3rd at 12 and 5.
Yeah. Right.
Where about yourself?
Oh, I didn't.
You didn't do it?
No.
So do you have a wild card coming out of there?
I think
though?
Minnesota will be. They look like they could be a wild
Yeah,
card team
that's fair.
for
I'm,
sure.
I'm the same. Just flip it. I got the Vikings 3rd in the conference, and the Lions are coming 6th.
Yeah, keep in mind, I've got the Packers at 8 and 9 too. So
I've got the Lions at
literally
9 and 8.
one result for
Yeah.
me going the
Yeah.
other way could have the Packers in and the Vikings out. I just think the NFC is not very good.
No, the NFC's fucking garbage.
Like,
Look
I
at the
have-
teams; they're so shit.
Cardinals only winning 1 game, Giants winning 5, Commanders winning 2, Rams somehow win 5, Bears win 5, Panthers win 6,
Yeah.
and Bucks win 5. Like
Yeah.
I don't think the Bucks.
They're going to win their division games and their conference games as soon as they go to
Yeah.
the other conference.
Yeah, they're just going to get fucking
Every
slaughtered.
time,
fucking
other than the
slaughtered.
Eagles, Cowboys, and Niners, every time anyone else played anyone in the AFC,
They just
I,
get.
I almost
yeah.
had the NFC team losing
Yeah.
because I think the AFC teams are so much better.
They are. They're way
Yeah.
better. They're way better. The AFC stacked, man.
So let's go.
So so Brock had Vikings winning the
Vikings.
North.
Yep.
I had Lions.
Yeah, I got the Lions winning.
George had Lions. Okay, what's next?
Let's go with the East, the NFC East. So Eagles, Dallas, Giants, Washington.
Mm-hmm.
George, who you got?
Oh, I got the Eagles winning that division for sure. I think they're probably the best team in the NFC
Yep.
by a good stretch.
Yeah.
A lot of talent on that roster.
I have the Eagles winning the division. I have them not as the number 1 seed. The 49ers actually in my
Yep,
simulation
yeah,
went
okay.
15 and 2, which was
Mm.
phenomenal. But they also played the Eagles. But so how I do it is whenever I have a team that I think are pretty close, I give it to the home team.
Sure. Yeah.
So
yeah,
the
that's a
Niners
good way
play
to
the
do it.
Eagles at home, and it's actually how they jumped.
Yeah,
them.
that's a good way to do it. Just so you go the home team.
Yeah, so I had the Eagles as the 2 seed winning the division, and then the Cowboys as the 5 seed at both of them on the same record, though. They were both 13-4 when I played it. And that's purely because I rarely do this. I normally split the divisions, but I did not split the Giants for the Cowboy or Washington for the Cowboys and Eagles. I think we'll both potentially sweep them.
Yep, I think so too.
I think the Eagles and the Cowboys will own.
They'll split
and beat and win every other division.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's pretty fair.
Cowboys.
I know you're a bit of a Cowboy homer, but that's actually a pretty fair way to do it.
Yeah, I don't think the Giants and Washington are any good.
No, they're fucking shit.
Washington could shock me.
How?
If Sam Howell's good, that'd be because their defense is good. I think they've got some good defensive players, but they've also lost Terry McLaurin for the first 2 weeks, which is already
They're going to change their name halfway through the season.
Yes,
let's just be real here. They're trying to run away from everything.
I saw a picture today. It was of a native Indian guy with a T-shirt on that said it was like the old Washington Redskins logo, but it was with Caucasians.
Oh, that's brilliant.
And I couldn't stop laughing.
Washington Caucasian.
We might have to put that on the merch
store. Put it up on our Instagram later with live look at Washington's new team name this year.
It's still better name than the fucking football team, for God's sake.
No, I was okay with just watching the football team.
I like the football team. I reckon the Commanders is worse.
I'll die on that hill. Commanders is terrible.
Of their names, it's Commanders. Redskins are obviously the worst. It's
okay, white man.
But like the American Indian community has come out and said we don't care. We don't care about the name.
I don't know.
You know who cares about that name? Blue-haired fucking lefties. That's who cares about that name. Nobody else.
Let's not get him rolled up.
Do you mean the Nam Army?
Who you got in the East?
I've got the Eagles finishing second in the conference, and got Dallas finishing fifth.
Yep.
As well.
So we're all the same right now.
Yeah.
The NFC. The NFC is
that it's predictable.
There's obviously going to be a surprise in the NFC. I think there's going to be a team that bobs up, whether that's the Panthers. I think there will be a team that bobs up. But the top 5 teams are pretty safe, I feel.
Sorry, I disagree. I think it's very unlikely. There's a lot of shit teams in that.
It is. It's a bad conference. All right, should we do?
We'll do the South.
Let's go South, yes.
South.
So Bucks, Saints, Falcons, and Carolina Panthers. Georgie, who you got?
I got the Saints winning that division.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I think if they, as I said to you when we were going through our division previews, we're assuming that every team stays healthy, which is a beautiful way to do it. They've got the most talent in that division by a long way.
Yeah, fair enough. Look, this division was a crap. I could honestly see any team in this division winning it. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It genuinely would not surprise me if any of these 4 teams won. I'm a little bit higher on the Falcons just because I think they're going to be super explosive on offense.
Yeah.
I'm backing behind Bijan. I think they're going to be great.
Should have gone for Bijan as your offensive rookie then.
We haven't done offensive rookie.
Oh,
yeah, we did.
Who did I go with?
You wrote it down.
I can't remember now. How good's my mind? Oh no, I went with Anthony Richardson. No, Bijan Robinson's the easy choice.
Oh, okay.
I think it's easy. And you know what my other mindset was? Because I remember thinking about this. If a quarterback is slightly okay, it will beat out a dominant running back in an award. Remember the year? Remember the year Prescott won Rookie of the Year and Zeke broke the record for rushing touchdowns and rushing yards as a rookie.
I do love to dick ride quarterbacks.
Prescott got it, and he had a good year, but it was like Zeke was the reason they were good. It's like
the reason.
It's Dak.
Yeah,
it was all Zeke and that O line.
Someone's got to hand him the ball.
Yeah, so I have
got to take the snap.
That's really funny, Rocky.
So this is definitely a 1-team division. There's no wild card for me coming out of this.
Yeah.
And I've got the Falcons winning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm different here then.
Who
boys.
have you got?
I've got Tampa Bay.
I'm actually not
the worst thing. I've got Tampa Bay going 5-1 in their division.
I don't know about that. No, New Orleans. I got
them splitting with the Saints.
I disagree very, very strongly with the both of you.
I've got them finishing 10 and 17.
I think Derek Carr's going to have a really good year. I think he's going to be really good.
I think Baker's going to have a comeback year.
Oh, Baker's done, bro.
No,
Baker, I'm telling you now, Baker will not be the starter by the bye. To put that as a fucking prediction. Put that down on your list there.
You reckon
Jimmy?
Baker
to not be the starter by the bye?
I will send you.
I'd love to know the odds for that. I'll fucking bet on that.
I'll send you the game where Baker played against Kansas State, and it will make you a believer in Baker again.
I'm a non-believer. I never have been, and I never will be.
I'm a massive Baker fan.
He's too short. He's no good. I don't like him, and I don't like his stupid fucking ads that he does.
Drew Brees is short.
Oh, that's the only reason I like his ads.
No, this is so cringe, bro.
If we're talking about ads, let me get on my soapbox.
Yeah.
DAZN put the fucking real
apparently
American
it's
ads
just
on it.
for the preseason.
It better just be
okay.
preseason, because if not, I will be illegally streaming every fucking game.
I have not been
The-
impressed with Dazen at all.
We do not. We do
You
not.
don't like it?
We do not endorse illegal streaming on this podcast.
Oh yes, we do. Drogon.tv. Use my referral code.
Shout out.
I've got the Saints winning the wild card as well, coming 7th at 9 and 8.
Okay.
Who's the wild card?
Saints is a wild card team, and Tampa to win the division.
Tampa to win the
Rocky,
division.
whatever you got in that cooler, I want some, because you're clearly on the good ship, bro.
When I did this, I did miss a couple games, so
Yeah.
like, there's a
I'm into
massive
it.
chance I was drunk.
I like it. I like that we're different. That's the division that's got to be different though.
Yeah,
Like,
just because it's the
that's
worst.
the
it could be fucking anyone.
Yeah.
So,
Like,
I got the
Somehow the Cowboys can win that division. That wouldn't shock me either if they're like, hey, we're going to move the Cowboys so
Nah,
they can be a
like-
division winner.
Hang on. Take your
the Cowboys does this.
take
they
your
are the
stupid
South.
hats off and put your logical hats on. Just looking at those 4 teams, New Orleans clearly have the most talent.
No, Falcons do.
I
They
just-
have Kyle Pitts. I'm not sure if you know.
yeah.
He's everything and nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
He could be the best or he could be the worst.
He could be nothing like
I
you said.
dream about him at night
Yeah.
and not in a sexy way.
He's rookie year. He didn't score a touchdown in
You
America.
shut your whorish mouth. And he still only scored one out in America, I'm
he
pretty
got
sure.
one
It
in
was just
London,
one. Yeah.
and it was like a week 8 game.
Yeah.
It was
Has
a first
there
round pick.
ever been more hype about a guy than Kyle Pitts? And he's still like, I got the new Madden, and in the new Madden he's like 90 overall.
How?
a
Why?
Superstar X Factor. I'm like, how is Kyle? He hasn't got over 500 yards in his first 3 seasons.
Oh
Like, how
my
is he
fucking
doing this?
God. I don't know. The dick writing is incredible. All right.
Yeah.
We'll go to the West.
Yeah, West up. I've got the 49ers, and that's it.
I think that the 49ers will win the division, but I think that Seattle will be a wildcard team.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I've got them 8 and 9. I got them 8 and 9.
Yeah.
And saying the LA Rams 8 and 9.
Yeah, okay.
I just-
Well, I'm a Rams. I'll be fucking lucky if they win. They won't win 5 games.
I've also
Put that
got
as a prediction.
I've got the Arizona Cardinals not win the game as well. 0 and 17.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I have them winning one. I think I got them to win like a division game late in the year. I was
No,
like, I can't predict them.
I'm with Brocky. They're putting up a goose egg.
Are they
I'm
playing
with you, Brock.
49ers last game and just going to 49ers resting half their team?
Nah, even still, 49ers second team will beat Arizona.
So this is how I have it from you boys. And so I've got the 49ers win that division.
Absolutely.
I think they'll be the best team in the NFC. I think they're very close. I think
Yeah,
Cowboys, Eagles, and 49ers, you could, like,
I've got them
depending
as
on
number one.
injuries and stuff
Sure.
and how the seasons go,
Sure.
you could take them any different
I
way.
think what you
Like,
said is right. Like if you in the NFC, especially if the 2 teams are equal, like you just give it to the home team. I think that's a good way.
yeah,
to do
the
it.
hard
way
part
you've
is that
done
the
it's right.
Eagles will play a few better teams from the AFC because of
Yeah.
where they finish. They
Yeah.
were the number 1 seed. So
Yeah.
they have to play the Chiefs and the Bills.
Yeah.
I think. I
Yeah.
can't remember exactly, but it's
That's probably
they got a
why
few
they.
harder
They'll play the
games.
Bengals as well then.
Yeah, they got a few harder games.
Mm.
So, but yeah, mine ends up with my seeds from seed order. I've got the 49ers as the 1 seed, the Eagles as the 2 seed, the Lions as the 3 seed, the Falcons as the 4 seed, the Cowboys as the 5. Keep in mind the Cowboys have more wins than the third and 4th seed.
Yep, of course they do.
Um,
I love how that works out as well.
oh, and it was the same as last year.
It's such a freak like thing of the schedule.
Well, the
but it's
Cowboys
still
played the
cool.
Bucks last year in the wild card game, and they had 6 more wins than them.
Yeah, that's right.
Like,
yeah,
Let
I
that
love it.
sink in
I
a
love it.
17-game season.
6 fucking wins is a lot.
It's
bro.
wild. And then I had the Vikings. Sorry, the Seahawks is the 6th seed.
Yep.
And they're 11 and 6 too. I think they'll be good.
Yeah, I agree.
And I've got the Vikings the 7th seed. And the Vikings to me are kind of the bunnies. They're
Yeah.
the ones that I'm not like. One game here or there could just
Yep.
they'd be in.
And they're
And
the
I've
team
got them
that
with
are
a
gonna-
losing record.
They're the team that are going to come in and just get smashed in the first week.
That's
as well.
how shit.
Yeah.
I don't think the NFC is good at all.
Yeah,
No,
the
it's
North
terrible.
is my division where I go, I can't pick that. I'm just going to go with the Vikings. Won it last year. They'll
Yeah.
go back again.
The one I'm the
That-
team
they
I am
should be
not
good,
comfortable with
but
the
who knows?
most is the Lions. That's the scariest team to me. I don't know how to predict them. I want them to be good
Nah,
so badly.
I'm sold. I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
chips
in. I'm in, but
chips in.
I'm just worried. I want them to be good so badly that I don't think I can handle it
Yeah.
if they're not good.
Yeah.
fair.
No, I think they'll be good. I think they'll be good. They got a good running game. They got a good offensive line. I think Jared Goff will have a good year too.
So let's go to the defensive side of the ball for
I
the
love it.
awards.
I love it.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. Georgie, who you got?
I think we're all going to have the same person, surely.
No, I don't reckon I'm going to shock you guys.
You know what I love? After 10 or 15 years of friendship, you still shock me. I love that. I love that about us.
And you still
Look at
wake up with me in your cupboard.
Look at us. Look at us.
Who would have
Don't
thought?
say yours then, Georgie.
All right,
You're ready to go
You
first.
teased it.
Ooh.
Who was it?
I also
I have
enjoyed
got
the tease.
Emmanuel Forbes from the Washington Commanders.
Okay, yeah.
And my mindset is that they're going to have a very good defensive line.
Mhm.
He is a ball hawk from college. He's tall and he's fast as fuck.
Yep.
He's going to start. He's going to play every game, and I think he's going to get turnovers.
Yep.
Because when you generate high pressure and they play a lot of bad quarterbacks, Washington, like their quarterback's bad too, but they also get to play a lot of bad quarterbacks.
Yep.
They get Daniel Jones
That's what
twice.
happens when you
Like
team
in
shit.
fairness to Prescott, he throws a lot of interceptions.
He does.
So
yes.
it's not going to shock me if he throws a couple to Washington.
Yep.
He plays a lot of quarterbacks that will turn the ball over, and I think he's going to play on he's going to be like Trayvon Diggs that second year when I don't think he went 11 picks. That's ridiculous.
Ball
But I think he'll generate
that
turnovers.
Doesn't play sort of.
Yeah.
tight
And I think
hand.
they'll be a good defense. Kind of like Sauce Gardner last year, like
Yeah.
the best DB
Mm.
on a really, really good defense.
Yeah.
I think they'll be a top 10 defense, and
Yeah.
they'll have
Yeah, they got potential to
their
be.
offense will be that horrendous.
And they're definitely
going
going to get pressure on the quarterback. That's for sure.
Yes.
That I agree with.
So
yeah.
I think
He
and
could
they'll-
bob up against 6
and
or 8
they'll-
picks.
I think they'll
for sure.
stop the run really well too. So teams will pass on them more because they're going to be such a good run defense with Payne and Jonathan Allen inside. So that's just my thoughts on it. I wanted to go because defensive guys rarely who you think it is.
Yeah.
It's very rarely like, Aiden Hutchinson was the popular one last year. He was good, but Sauce Gardner popped up.
Yeah.
So
It's
it's very rarely the guy you think. So I'm just fucking throwing. There was 10 guys I could think of, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just throwing my hat in this guy's ring. Let's see what happens."
All right, so there you go. We're not going to pick the same. I've gone for a little bit of a homer pick, and you can shit on me if you
Carter.
want. Yeah, Jalen Carter.
If he's
I think he's.
You know what scares me with Carter, and that's why I didn't pick him.
Yeah,
is that the Eagles will rotate so heavily.
Mm.
And Jordan Davis
play a lot.
last year, he didn't play a lot because they didn't need to play.
Yeah.
And I think Jalen Carter is going to be better than Jordan Davis.
Sure. Okay.
But I don't think they need to force him into the rotation.
But I think he's just going to be so fucking good that he's going to just plant his flag in there. That's what I'm saying.
Good
yeah.
Man, he's explosive.
He's a big man. That
Apparently,
moves very
Fletcher
fast.
Cox has just been working with him nonstop.
Yeah,
Fletcher
right.
Cox has just become his mentor.
Yeah,
He
I
just
love that.
Got him under his
I
wing.
love that.
Nonstop,
I
which
fucking
is
love that.
Best way to
mate,
do it.
if he
Yeah.
could become the next Fletcher Cox was so fucking good, man.
Mate, there was like a 2 or 3 year period there where he was like the best D tackle in football.
There was about
by
a
long
3-year
way.
period where watching the Cowboys and Eagles play, all I would watch was Zach Martin versus Fletcher Cox.
yeah.
And it was like 2 heavyweights.
You know what it
just
reminded me of? It
fucking
reminded
going
me
at
of King Kong and Godzilla.
Oh, it was, and they
What a fucking bad movie too.
yeah,
they
but how
res-
good is it? Like just two large things going
respected
on.
each other,
Yeah.
but they didn't like each
Yeah,
other. But
yeah,
there was respect,
yeah.
and at the end of the game, they were always like, "Yep, good on you, mate.
Yeah,
That was a good battle."
Yeah,
But
100%.
they fucking hated each
Yeah.
other during it, and they
Yeah.
would brawl.
Yeah.
And mate, that was
But
so good.
that's what you want. It's division
Oh,
games, mate. That's what you
yeah.
want. I
That was
love it.
my favorite. I can remember it vividly.
I think he's mate. The tape speaks for itself. He's a fucking stud.
Well, he's
a
arguably
stud
the
at
best
Georgia.
defensive player drafted. Like a lot of people have him the best player in the draft,
Yep.
going to one of the most talented defenses. in the league.
already, and as a D line, we're probably what top 3 D line.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
In terms of rotation and depth, number
Yeah.
one, I'd say.
Yeah,
I don't think top end talent, you guys are quite the best. I'd probably say the 49ers.
yeah, like maybe with
but with the
with Bosa
rotations and
that,
the depth and everything,
Yeah.
you can get 4 deep and still be like other teams would have those dudes starting.
yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
there's some
That's a good point.
rotation there.
Which is really good because it means that we can consistently get pressure on the quarterback for the entire game,
Yeah.
which is always a good thing.
Mm.
Yep.
Who you got, Brocky?
I'm going to Will Anderson.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick. That's great.
I think
Yeah.
the Texans going to be dog shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like he will get pressure.
A lot of
and
people
get
said
sacks.
that he was one of the best, if not the best, defensive player in the draft.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad pick at all.
He's going to be very TJ Watt, like
Yeah.
in my mind. He'll
Yeah.
get sacks. The team won't win a lot.
Yeah.
But at least he'll be getting pressure on the quarterback.
Yeah, he
doing the
will,
right
100%, and he'll start day one for sure.
Oh,
If
he
he's
has
healthy,
to.
he'll start.
He has to.
Yeah, he will.
You're not giving up that much value for someone and not making the face.
Yeah, the
of
face
your-
of your defense.
your
Yeah,
defense.
he's
He-
got
he has
like
to.
they basically want him. Well, they need him to be the next JJ Watt for starters for the amount they gave up for him, but they want him to be the next JJ
There's
Watt.
also D'Amico Ryan's head coach,
Yep, who's a-
Alabama boy,
yeah, and
Yeah.
a defensive coach as
and
well.
a linebacker.
Yeah,
I think
he's got every opportunity to do well there. You're
he
right.
looked-
You're right.
And people are like, "Oh, he didn't really play that much in preseason. How do we know if he's good?" I'm like,
The
if a
good ones
dude,
don't
if
play.
a dude's not playing much in preseason,
It's because he's good.
it's because the coaches have got to him and been like, "This dude ain't playing much." He's
we don't want to
'Cause
give up
they've
anything.
already
It
on
was the
him.
same as Aiden Hutchinson last year. I remember watching Hard Knocks and one training with Aiden Hutchinson. They all walked into the room and Dan Campbell's just like,
Yeah. Yeah.
They're all like high five. Like,
Yeah.
we got one.
We got one,
We
boys.
got one,
We got
boys.
There's no need for him to play the second
Yeah.
preseason game. We've already got him penciled in for week 1.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah.
Like, relax.
No, I
Everybody
agree.
chill. Yeah,
No.
good pick. Good pick, Brocky. I got no issue with that.
Defensive player of the year, James. Who you got?
D Poi. So call me a homer.
Yeah, I just saw it in your eyes. I saw it in your eyes that you.
I've got
picked
Micah Parsons.
Mike, yeah,
Saw
that's
it in your
and there's
eyes.
a real.
That's fair.
The big reason I've got it is I think he was close to winning it last year.
Yep.
And they had him playing off ball way too often last
Who
year.
Yep.
did win it last year?
TJ Watt. No.
Nick
Bosa. Nick Bosa
was
won it last
injured.
year.
Nick Bosa won it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 20 sacks in fairness.
Yeah.
Like, it was like hard to argue.
Dude. If you're
Like-
if your sack count has a 2 in front of it, you're winning.
Mate, the defensive player award of the year now is sack leader award.
Yeah,
If you go back and look at him, it's been the sack leader every
Yeah,
year,
'cause
except
before
for like
that,
Luke Kuechly.
It was TJ Watt the year before that.
So, but I think Parsons is going to a pure edge rusher now. They're not using
They're not
him
going to
as
stand him up. And
they're not
play
using him
coverage?
as an off-ball linebacker
Yeah.
at all.
Nor should
anymore.
they. Nor should they.
He's going to be a pure edge rusher, and based off the numbers last year, he generates the most pressure per
Yeah,
rush.
yeah.
So I'm just doing the math and going, well, if he generates the most pressure per rush, and he's going to be rushing all the time now, he
He's
should
going
get
to get
sacks.
more pressure.
That's
Yeah,
it.
correct. Yep, that's good. Yep.
And,
I've got
and
no
there'll be a
issue.
good defense. Like he's got Lawrence and all that stuff. Like he's got so many dudes around him.
Yeah, that's fair.
So and I love him so much.
No, he's good.
So fun to
My
watch.
hatred for the Cowboys is well
You love him.
documented.
I can't notice with the helmets behind me.
That's my boy. I love Zeke too. Rest in peace, Zeke.
R.I.P.
RIP. That's the 15.
And yes, I know he's not dead, but he may as well be. on the
He's dead.
Patriots.
He's on the
If you're
Patriots, so he's
Patriots,
dead to
he's
you.
dead
Yeah.
Georgia, who you got for DPO year?
I have gone for a somewhat obvious pick, but not so much because he didn't play a lot of last year. But I've gone for TJ Watt. I think he's primed for obviously coming off the injury. He's going to be primed. He's going to be ready to go.
Do you
He's
know
gonna-
they were 8-1 with him last year?
that doesn't
And
surprise me
he's
at all.
1-7 without.
That does
him.
not surprise me at all. He's a.
I
fucking
was
stud.
blown away by that the other day.
I didn't know that, but it doesn't surprise me. He's a
So
stud
they only won one game
without him.
without him.
Fucking hell.
And I think the game they won without him was against the Browns before they had Deshaun Watson.
Right. Okay.
So
In like
early on.
Yeah.
the first couple of weeks.
So when
yeah.
he played, they just didn't fucking.
They don't fucking lose. Yeah.
Like-
He's
He did play the second. Yeah, so he played the second half of the year. So
he's
yeah,
very good.
they turned
he's very
that
good.
fucking year around.
And they snuck into the playoffs because
They
Yeah,
should
that's
have
right.
had a
They
losing
did.
record.
Yeah.
And they somehow.
they
That's what I'm saying.
backdoored their way into the
They
playoffs.
came home strong. I think he's primed for a fucking great year this year.
That's
Yeah, I like that one. Do you up, Rocky?
I'm like JR. I'm a homer as well.
Yep.
I'm going Roquan Smith.
Oh, that's not a bad pick either. A
I'm
little bit of a
gonna
homer pick.
The only thing is it's hard. He's an off-ball linebacker.
Yeah.
like, but he stops
the run.
Yeah, he
which the
gets a lot of
Ravens-
tackles.
The Ravens haven't done that for.
He needs to
a
get
long
some
time.
turnovers.
Yeah.
If he can get himself 5 or 6 interceptions and then maybe a few sacks to go with it,
I could see his sack total going up high this year.
they blitz a lot too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I can
He's
see
so good though.
He,
He's so athletic.
Like you could make that argument though. If he gets 6 picks and gets like 10 sacks, he's in the conversation.
At middle linebacker, 100%.
Yeah.
but it's a situation of he's the captain of that defense.
Yeah.
That defense is good. He looks better.
100%.
He might not get the sacks like your TJ Watts and your Marsha Park.
Well, you just have to hope
Your
for a low
Bosas.
sack year too, because there's years where like the sack leader is only 15 or 14.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you hope for one of those years, and he gets 8 or 9 sacks and 5
Mm.
picks and 160 tackles.
Not sure about that though. If both Bosas are fit and healthy, and so is TJ Watt, I don't see that happening.
No, but you never know. Like a lot of the years
offensive
where they
will-
there was who won it a few years ago. The winner won it with like 15 sacks. I think it might have been Myles Garrett,
Right.
but they tallied that
Garrett, we
it
didn't
was
even
the
fucking talk
most.
about him.
Yeah,
He's-
I think they're going to be shit. That's why. I think
Yeah, but
the
he's good
Browns
though.
He
He's
is
still
very
good.
But I think like there was a year the other year where I think Garrett was a sack leader with 15, but the total pressures for the league were higher than they'd ever been.
Right.
So you got to remember,
They just fucking get rid of
pressures
it.
don't
Yeah.
always lead to sacks.
Yeah.
Like quarterbacks could be like antsy and just be like, I'm not taking sacks.
Just
I'm
throw it
going
away.
to throw picks.
Throw it.
Yes.
Like I'm going to throw picks and throw it away and not give a shit.
Mm.
Like, guys like Joe Burrow are the other mindset of I'll get sacked over
Throwing a pick,
I will
yeah.
hold the ball for long enough to wait to hopefully the prey it breaks open and we go and I'll take
Yep.
a sack and
Joe
it's not
Burrow
anyone's
has
fault.
said that before. He said it
Yeah.
on the Full Send podcast.
On
He's
third
like,
and long, he's
Yeah.
like, I'll take a sack. I don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
Mahomes is like that too.
Yeah.
you look at
He'll
his sack
want to extend the
totals and
play. Aaron Rodgers used to do that all the time
If
as
you
well.
can't throw a first down and it's third down, you hold on. You may as well hold on for as long as possible.
Yeah.
And then take like
Rather
we
than
want to
throw
be
it away,
we want to be Kirk Cousins and throw a 6-yard out when
Yeah.
you need 15.
Yeah.
Torrey
Like-
Smith, 10 wide out.
Yeah,
The
100%.
only thing that does is improve your stats. That does nothing for the team.
Yeah, I think you should always do that. So
Yeah,
no, I like
absolutely.
that. That's three very unique.
Different.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
So AFC.
AFC.
Let's start up north.
This is going to be good because there's a lot of good teams
This
in
is
this
a tough
division,
one.
in this conference.
So Ravens, Bengals, Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Browns.
Yep.
Georgia boy, who you got?
I got the Bengals winning the division.
Yep.
And yeah, obviously, I think Baltimore will also be a wild card team. They'll probably be a wild card team with fucking 12 wins or something, or 13 wins or some shit.
Snap.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
exactly the same. I have. This is very similar to my NFC East. I have the Bengals and the Ravens on the same win-loss record.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
13
yeah.
and 4.
Yeah.
And I also have the Steelers at 10-7, and they're missing out. Believe it or not,
out.
Really?
they miss out at 10-7.
A 10-win team missing out. I love that. That's
It
how
happened
good,
last year.
that's how good the AFC is.
So I've got 3 teams all in the
Yeah.
playoffs this year from the north.
You got the Steelers in as well?
I've got the Steelers in.
Yeah.
Well, I said it's only going to take one team to go a different way.
Yeah.
They're in.
Yep.
So I've got Ravens finishing 14-3 and finishing third in the conference.
Yep.
That's how tough I see this
Yep.
actual conference.
Yep.
Bengals 13-4, finishing 5th, and Steelers 11-6, winning
Yeah.
the 6th wild card.
Yep.
That's
So you don't. I'm tipping you don't have to. You don't have the Bills in.
I don't have the
No, I didn't think you did. I'm doing the math in my head. I'm like, bro, he's definitely gonna have the Jets. He doesn't have the Bills.
Bills, yeah.
I've got someone else instead of the Bills. That
I've got some
will shock you.
I've got some good teams in the AFC. Honestly, like other than
Your hate for Buffalo is really warms my heart. I like that.
It's not hate for Buffalo. It's hate for Josh Allen. Let's just put it that way. Let's
I
just
love
put
it.
it that way. I love
More-
the Bills Mafia.
Hey, if there's one thing this show needs, it's more hate.
If-
I love
I-
it. Bring it on.
I'm all about the Bills Mafia and going through tables.
Yep.
I don't like quarterbacks that get overhyped, that haven't done anything.
Brocky, more hate. Don't sell me, bro. More
That's
hate.
all
I
it
love
is.
it.
the more I look at my
Bring
AFC,
And fuck Lockie Kemp as well. That's why.
the more I look at the AFC, the more I hate it.
The AFC. Yeah.
My AFC rankings. I say we'll go to the next one. Do you want to go to the?
Did you write that down? Who we got?
Sorry.
Yeah. For fuck's sake, mate. How
Fucking hell,
how we gonna make
mate.
graphics? You had one job.
It's okay, man. He's
all
not-
right.
He's not on
The-
the clock, bro.
What are we?
Relax.
What are we in? What division did we do?
That was the North.
AFC North.
the North. So we had Bengals. We all have Bengals, Ravens,
I had Ravens, Bengals, Steelers.
Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, and then we had Bengals, Ravens.
So let's go east side.
Ooh.
Actually, no. You know what? We're gonna leave east to last.
We'll leave it till last. I like that.
Let's go west. Let's go the other way around the
I love
conference
it.
today, boys. I've got the Kansas City Chiefs. They're going to lose one game this year.
Right. Okay. Yep.
16-1. That's all they're going to do. And I've got,
Who's the loss to?
I can't remember.
I'd love to know that.
It might have been to the Bengals, actually.
What's your prediction on the Chiefs record?
I have them not winning the division.
Yeah. So me neither. I think
What?
Now, keep in mind they're on the same record as the Chargers, but I think the Chargers.
the Chargers are going to win the division
fucking
too.
good. I got them both
Yeah.
winning 13 games.
Yeah. Chargers are going to win the
Yeah.
division.
So in saying that, like 1 point either way could change the sway of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I just think it's really hard to consistently win divisions.
Yeah.
I don't think the Chiefs are due for a down
That's exactly
year or a
what I
bad
thought
year.
too. Yeah.
I just think it's so hard to just keep winning the division every
Yeah, man.
every
It
year.
is.
And
It is.
I've got to predict something that goes different. So I just
Yeah.
thought, well, you know what? I think the Chiefs are still going to be good. They're going to win 13 fucking games.
Yeah.
I just think the Chargers are going to win 13-2 and have something that gets them over the
Yep.
line. Maybe an extra conference win. or
Nah, the
something like
Chargers
that.
are primed for a big year this year.
Yeah. Have you got Chargers
agree.
in?
No.
Surely.
You don't have the
What?
Chargers in, so you've just got Chiefs.
Rocky's,
I've got the Broncos.
he's
You know what?
The Denver Broncos.
I ain't gonna fucking bag anyone for their predictions because the NFL's fucked.
Yeah.
and you never know what's gonna
I've
happen.
got the Denver Broncos.
well, we know the
finishing
salary
eighth.
cap's a myth for sure.
Salary cap's technically-
They're going to go 10-7.
We're going to get those t-shirts made up. Salary cap's a myth. I need those.
I might know someone that has a clothing brand. It might be able to work something out.
Hey, all.
Go check it.
So we both have Chargers, Chiefs.
Yep.
Chargers winning, Chiefs.
Yep.
In wildcard.
Yep.
And I've got the Chiefs as my 5 seed.
So south side. South side.
I've got the Jags winning at 10-7 and no one else.
Jags comfortably winning that division. The rest of it's a dumpster fire.
I've got
Yeah.
the Jags going 8-9 and win the division.
Yeah, like I
That
think
would not surprise me at all if that happened.
I think the Jags will win the division. That's all I'm confident in.
Like
That could be a 10-win team. I've got no issue with that either. That could easily win 10 games.
Oh, absolutely.
If Lawrence
the divisions
continues on from where he left off last year, they could easily win.
If they had Urban Meyer as their coach, the way the Swamp Kings
The Swamp
documentary
Kings.
made him look like as a
I
coach,
heard you
they
talking
would,
about that on the
You know what?
Package.
It made me like him, and I feel like I've just been
that's what it was
miraged.
fucking planned to do.
I've been miraged by him.
Oh, he left
What do you mean?
the NFL. Motherfucker was fired after 13 games.
Yeah, hey, it's not his fault he wanted to stay and have a few drinks in Ohio.
It's his bar.
Get grinded on by some girl
His bar.
while he's married. While
Owner's
his wife's at home sitting there
Owner's
baking
rules.
cookies.
Not worried about trying to win a game.
No,
worried
he's
about
just-
grinding up on some girls.
How to win a game all year.
I know.
Oh, no, I'm not going to go back with the team. I'm just going to stay.
Unbelievable in a
You know what they
broadcast.
say? Pay over W's.
Wow.
Win or booze, we booze. Win or lose, we booze.
Win or lose, we both.
So we all have the Jags list and no one knows. Does anyone think there's any chance like the Colts, Titans, or Texans are good?
See, I got the Colts going 7 and
No.
10.
Yeah,
So
I've got.
they could
I
flip
got the
game
Colts
and
7 and
win
10
that.
too.
Yeah.
And I've got the Titans at 4 and 13, and then the Texans at 3 and 14.
I got Texans.
Texans
5
to
and
win
5.
3 games. Oh, I don't know about that.
The Texans, like, is maybe Bryce Young's good? Is it Stroud? I can't
Stroud.
remember.
They got Stroud.
They
They
got
have-
Strouds. Maybe
If he can learn how to read a defense. he
No,
might-
they've
he might
got
be good.
Bryce Young.
No, they don't.
Who had the first pick?
Texans.
No.
No, the
Panthers.
Carolina
Panthers
Panthers.
traded
They
up.
got Bryce Young. Yes.
Yeah.
No. The
Oh,
rest of those teams are shit.
I think Jags are the only one that could be good.
Yeah, that's fair.
They'll be a playoff team because they're going to win the division. That's it.
The East.
East.
Yes.
Let's go, Brocky.
No,
Brocky's first.
I'm going last.
You're going last. All
I'm
right.
going last.
I'll go first.
I'll go.
All right. Go.
I have, like my other. This is what's funny about my predictions, and I only just realized now.
The East are the same for both your
I have all other than the Jags. I have the top 2 teams in the other divisions all on the same record.
Yeah, right.
I've got the Bills winning the division and the Jets coming in second. But keep in mind the Jets are second, but they're also the 7 seed at 12 and 5.
Yeah, 12 wins. Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's happened.
Yeah.
But the win-loss stuff doesn't mean as much to me. It's more about I think the Bills will just pip them for the division,
How?
and I think the Bills are just a slight bit better. And not by much.
I disagree. I think the Jets are better comfortably.
I just think it's hard to learn.
Better on defense.
It's hard to learn to win. The Bills already know how to win. The Jets
Do they though?
Do
They
they?
lose
Yeah.
to Mahomes every year.
Yeah, but they're a
Oh, they
12-win team every year. We're talking regular season here.
Right. Okay.
Like
Yeah.
the Jets, they're perennial fucking losers. It's like the Lions over in the
Yeah.
NFC.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they scare me because they've done nothing but
know,
fucking let people down for 50 years.
Let's just say that I agree with you, which I do, by the way. They are perennial losers. Right?
Rodgers isn't,
Rodgers isn't.
and that's why I've got him in. the
Rodgers
playoffs.
is a fucking winner.
I've got them winning 12 games. In fairness, Like,
Yeah.
one extra win and they could be the one.
Yeah,
seed.
I reckon they'll probably
That's
will.
how- that's
what
how
I think.
my-
close
That's
your
how.
top is.
That's how fucking close
Yeah.
my AFC is. Like
Yeah.
one extra win for the Jets, and they're the 1 seed.
They
and
could
they're
easily be.
7.
I think they will be the 1 seed. Personally, I
which
think they will be.
I think they'll be good. Yeah. I
Yeah,
think they'll be
they could easily win 13 games.
The only thing is I'm very confident in the AFC of my teams will make it. I don't know how they'll make it.
Yeah, like the
You
order
gotta
or whatever.
make-
I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
can't
Be in
predict.
the
Like the
playoffs.
Bills, maybe I could predict them not being good. Like they've lost their
How?
star
No,
power.
they'll be good.
But
They'll be
like
good.
Allen's good. They're gonna have a better running game this year. Their
Yep.
defense is gonna be probably a little bit worse, but not by much. And they weren't that good anyway. They get DeMar Hamlin back. You know.
Yep.
Oh, good to see he made the 53-man roster.
Yeah. Is he I think he's a starter.
They treat him like a special needs kid.
That's what I
Like,
feel like.
every
Is he
story
even
they
good?
post about
If he
him.
didn't have a cardiac arrest, would he make
Would
the
he
team?
make the team?
That's what I want to know.
Hang
I
on.
don't know.
Would anyone know his name if it didn't happen?
I didn't know who he was,
Exactly.
and I'm a
Fucking right.
fucking nerd when it comes to playing that.
Yeah.
I'd never heard of the dude.
Yeah.
But also, it was very tragic. But
Absolutely.
I feel like he's going to get cut like mid-season. They'll be like,
you think so?
poor DeMar Hamlin.
You think so?
Put on practice squad.
Maybe. He might be good. I hope he's good. Be a great fucking story. if he
PIP.
is.
Yeah.
Be a great story if he's good.
Yeah, maybe we'll get to him a bit later. We'll see.
You've got a comeback player like everyone in the world. Like me. I don't. All right. Did you do it? Okay. Who you got? Fuckhead. All right. Here we go.
Drop the cup.
Absolute snipe across the table at him.
Yeah, I don't appreciate that.
No, I appreciated it. Absolutely.
That was for George's sake.
So I'll start with my 7 seed in the conference. I got the Bills. Not the Bills.
yeah.
Check that. The Dolphins.
Dolphins.
With your set as second.
No, yeah. Second.
Yeah, look, I can see it. I've got the Dolphins 10-7.
Yep.
Like they're good.
Dolphins.
You reckon Tua's going to be good? You reckon he'll play?
I also reckon Mike White's good too.
Yep.
Like that team's good.
They got
They're a good
such
team.
good offensive
They're-
players.
Yeah, they've got a
good team.
really good talent on offense.
And I also think they're going to get Taylor. Yeah.
You think so?
They're in the box seat.
Yeah, okay.
They'll get him. I got them going 10-7 as well.
It's all going to be
They're
on
gonna go
Tua. If Tua gets one bad knock, it's over though.
I agree.
Right.
Mate, the
okay,
wind
cool.
could change direction heavily and pick his helmet
Yeah,
up a little bit and he's knocked down.
that 100%.
Have you
He
seen the
could
video
sneeze.
of him, like the camera on his helmet? Him actually, like what he sees?
No.
It's fucking sick.
Yeah,
I'll
it
post
would
it
be.
on. I'll
Yeah,
post
of
it on
course.
socials.
Yeah, put it out.
It's,
I'd love
it's
to see it.
fucking
I
sick.
saw a video through the week or two, like a week or 2 weeks ago, and people were like, obviously he was doing a press conference, and did you guys see that video?
Oh,
Where,
the play call.
yeah, with the play call, and then he tried to get the reporters to repeat the play call back to him.
Yeah, no
and like
chance.
nobody had a fucking clue.
NFL play calls are insane.
It's,
yeah.
it's a real West Coast offense where he's literally telling
Yeah,
every
a
person
lot
on
of
that
lot of
team
verbiage in that.
what they're doing and what
And
the route they're
It
doing.
kind of just made me think like, hey, remember, quarterback in the NFL is
Titans.
fucking hard.
Yeah.
Not Remember the Titans?
No, not
that
Remember the
classic
Titans.
Disney movie.
Left side, strong side.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely Disney.
Oh, it's definitely Disney. Yeah.
And you tell them, remember the time they played the Titans. It's definitely Disney.
I'll fucking
Hey,
watch that.
hey,
It's a banger of a movie. don't get me
Great
wrong.
movie.
But there's
Great.
some cringiest fucking bits.
Yeah.
That's the worst type of attitude of all time. Attitude represents leadership. Captain.
I hate that guy. All right. So who got winning it?
I got the Jets.
Jets winning.
Yeah. Of
15-2.
Yeah, that could easily do that.
Aaron Rodgers.
Easily.
I've,
We'll get
Hard
that. We'll
knocks.
get the Rogers too.
I've brought in.
We'll get the Rogers too.
We're getting to Rogers too. We're getting to Rogers.
We're getting the Rogers.
Yeah.
All right. I'll go through my AFC seeds. I've got Chargers 1, Bengals 2, Bills 3, Chiefs 5, Ravens. Oh, sorry. Jags 4, Chiefs 5, Ravens 6, Jets 7. Keep in mind,
So
other than the Jags, the Chargers and Chiefs are 13-4 in my
Yeah.
rankings. The
Yeah.
Bengals and Ravens are 13-4.
Yep.
And the Jets and Bills are both 12-5.
12 win
So you
teams.
got first week of playoffs. You got the Chiefs going to Jacksonville
Yeah.
to play.
Fuck them with
to
scissors.
trounce them. Yep.
And then I've got the Bengals playing the Jets
Wow. That could be a
In-
conference championship
That would
game.
be in
in Cincinnati. So Rogers going into Cincinnati against Burrow, like
Yep.
the two biggest cocks in the fucking city.
Yeah, no shit.
And then I've got-
literally I've
I-
measured
And then I'll have the Bills playing the
Ravens in Buffalo.
Like, tell me that's not a great
Oh.
AFC playoffs. You tell me anything more you want in the playoffs other than those
You know
teams.
what? The funny part about that is that all three of those games could be conference championship games. That's how good they will
Yeah,
be.
like you tell me that that's not fucking the best
Yeah, that's
football you'll
sick.
see.
That's sick.
If only we could fuck off the Jags and let the Steelers or someone else, or
Someone
the
else
Dolphins
sneak
get
in,
in
take
instead of
Dolphins,
them.
yeah.
Because like I like the Jags, but then they're not at the same echelon as these guys. No one in the South is.
Yeah, that's why it's funny. Like it's quirky how like the division leaders win and then like the wild card teams. It actually mixes it up a bit. I actually don't mind it. It's cool. It's something different rather than just going like on straight wins and losses like in the NBA, for example.
Yeah.
I like it. It's quirky. It gives you quirky matchups like that. Like we said, like you know, all those games could be conference championships games.
I would
pretty
also
much.
love for somehow the Bears to be really good and the Jets to be really good, and to Rodgers to get into the Super Bowl and beat the Bears. If I could have any dream scenario this
I'd
season,
rather them
that's
smash
my
Green
dream
Bay.
scenario, that the Bears make the Super Bowl and then Aaron Rodgers goes in and
The
beats
Bears-
them.
Nah,
The Bears
And
might not
tells them there he's his dad again.
I've got it for you.
be daddy.
That conference game, the NFC conference games, Bears versus Green Bay, to see who loses.
So who loses to
To
Rodgers?
To Rodgers in the Super Bowl.
I'm in. I don't know how it
Mate,
happens,
the-
but that's the scenario.
Fellas, the Bears ain't winning 4 games. Let's just move on.
Bears are in strife. I agree.
Yes.
Do you guys want to do your 7 teams for the AFC?
Yes, I've got mine. I've got Kansas City Chiefs 1, Jets 2, Ravens 3, Jags 4,
Yep.
Cincy 5, Steelers 6, and the Miami Dolphins at 7.
Yeah, Dolphins sneaker. Mine was the same as yours. We basically said the same thing.
Same teams. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, cool. And then I've got should we do Super Bowl now? You want to do that with MVP?
We'll do that last.
Do
We'll
that
do
last.
Super Bowl
Okay,
last.
cool. All right, so we're
So-
going to what awards now?
Let's go with, we've touched on it already, comeback player of the year.
Yeah. Look, I think if he makes the roster and he plays, I think it's gonna have to be DeMar Hamlin. Like,
Purely on storyline.
on the storyline for sure.
It's all,
Like,
always only story.
who else has got a better storyline?
I definitely want. Fuck storylines.
Yep.
I think not only this comeback player is going to be he'll be in contention for offensive player of the year come the end of the year, or could be.
Mm-hmm.
He got fucked by the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Colin Kaepernick.
Bullshit. No, it's not Colin. Colin's down at working at Coles. Or playing for the Rangers this year. We're trying to work out a deal at the moment.
Amazing.
Not costing as much as you think either.
Really? If he's playing, I'm coming back.
If he's playing, I'll take a knee with him.
No, my guy, it's Calvin Ridley.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
The NFL fucked him.
They won't give it to him.
He had mental health issues, then they fucked him.
Yep.
Well, it's not the NFL people that vote, remember, though. It's like the MVP. People vote on
It's
it.
the media people.
Yeah,
isn't it?
it's media
Okay.
people.
It's media. Yeah.
So they might not, the NFL might not have a choice.
The
Yeah.
NFL
But I
still
do
won't
agree
give
with
it to
you.
him.
If DeMar Hamlin is a starter for 17 games this year, he's going to get it purely based
I don't even
on
reckon.
story.
I don't even reckon that. I
Or
reckon
if he's on the roster.
if he's on the
anyways.
roster and he's a rotational
and
player, he'll
it's-
get it.
And I wouldn't argue it. I
The
wouldn't
media,
be like,
the media loves that.
but I think
They love
Calvin
that shit.
Ridley is going to be
Yeah.
fucking good.
Yeah, he
for
will be
Jags.
good.
Like,
Yeah,
I
he will
think
be
he's
good.
going to be super good.
Yeah, he'll be good.
So,
I
he's
don't
my
disagree
comeback.
with that. The storyline alone, I think, will push Hamlin over the
Why
edge,
don't
though.
they call this the Kim Kardashian award anyway?
Why is that?
I think in that video she got some coming back.
Hey,
Very good, Chris Pratt.
I can't believe George walked into it.
I haven't seen the.
Have you ever
Office.
heard that one?
No.
You ever heard? No, that's from
Parks and
Parks
Rec.
and Rec.
Oh, I haven't
It's
seen
one-
that
it's one
either.
of
It's
the
like it's a
outtakes.
blooper with Chris Pratt
Oh,
where they're
okay.
talking about it.
Everyone loves the
Fantastic.
comeback story. Seabiscuit.
Kardashian. Very good. All right, who's your
Shout out to
comeback?
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, I got the Martin Hamlin as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
if
that's
not, Russell Wilson.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
Fuck
I don't
Russell
want it to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
imagine,
I'm a
imagine
future
how
guy.
unbearable that would be.
That would be Russell Wilson might be the most unbearable person in the NFL.
Absolutely.
I can't stand him.
That's why we prefer future over Russell Wilson.
I'm all about future. I'm all about that mumble
Was that-
rap.
Who's future?
Yeah, so Future was dating Russell Wilson's
Future,
wife.
Ciara.
Future,
Ciara,
Future
that's the one.
Ciara's baby daddy.
Yeah.
Ah, He
That-
gave her that splat.
Yeah,
He gave-
that little boy that you see running around throwing the ball with Russell Wilson is
not his.
Future's kid, not
Oh,
Russell Wilson.
Some would say the future's stronger than him because Russell's his dad.
That's right.
Future might be worth more than Russell Wilson, bro.
Irony. No, but
Yeah,
Russell,
what?
I don't
Yeah.
reckon Future could make him an NFL player like Russell could.
No, definitely not.
Russell will love
It'd make
Russell.
him a baller though.
Quavo
That's for
used
sure.
Yeah.
Quavo could.
Who the fuck is Quavo? Stop
Hey,
it.
hey,
Isn't
hey.
Quavo what Leonardo DiCaprio has?
You put some
in Wolf of Wall
respect.
Street?
You put some respect on my boy Quavo.
Quaaludes.
That's
Quaaludes. All right, let's go. What's next aboard?
First coach fired.
Ooh.
I'll go first.
We already know who you're going to be.
Fucking Snake McDaniel.
Yeah, I got McDaniels
Fuck
too.
you,
Snap.
Snake McDaniels, you
Snap.
piece of shit.
Yep.
And then they're going to trade Devontae Adams. They're all
Yep.
going to walk out
Yeah,
on him.
everyone's gonna walk out of the
Fuck
fucking
you,
building. It'll be like
Fuck you, Snake.
rats abandoning a ship. There.
And then he'll
So,
go
yeah.
back and coach at the Patriots next year.
So he's going to be just like homeless in a tunnel under Vegas.
No, as soon as he's
Midway
fired,
through the
Bill
year.
Parcells will be like, "Come on back, little
Yeah.
fella."
Bill
I'll
Parcells?
look after you."
Bill Belichick.
Bill
Bill
Belichick.
Same coaching tree, but yes.
This ain't the fucking Cowboys from the
You're
90s,
a
bro.
generation off.
No, he was a Giant. He won
Giant,
Super Bowls
that's
with the
right, Giant,
Giants,
sorry,
but
I
he
meant
did.
Giants,
He
yeah,
did coach the Cowboys too.
You
Yeah.
got-
Yeah, I
You're
got
going Nate?
McDaniels too for sure. I think
Fuck
that team is literally a fucking sinking ship, just
Yep.
waiting to go.
Because
down.
they're expecting it to be good, and I don't think it's.
He-
Gonna
Oh,
be.
no.
I've got no fucking idea how they're expecting it to be good. It's going to be shit.
I just don't think Josh McDaniels is a good coach. He's never done anything without Tom Brady.
Mm.
Everything he's done without Tom Brady has been fucking atrocious.
Yep.
And after watching Swamp Kings, whatever it was,
Things.
Tebow is a saint, and he should have fucking made it in the NFL. And Snake McDaniels ruined him.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
blame Snake McDaniels.
That's fair.
There's no way modern day Tebow in modern day football isn't a quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah,
Oh,
I agree.
absolutely.
Like the way he played, I'm watching him
Yeah.
going, how did this dude not end up good in the NFL? I
Yeah.
don't care how slow his fucking release was.
Yeah.
He was an animal.
Yeah. I'm running through a brick wall for Tebow
Like,
right now.
I don't get
The
it.
midnight workouts.
Yeah, oh, mate, psycho.
That's it.
Psychotic.
See, the behind the scenes is the only good thing of that fucking document.
Fuck, it was good.
I gotta
Everything
watch
they
it.
said
I gotta
is a
watch it.
joke.
It was very
I
good.
was always a Tebow fan and always will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if he's playing now instead of 10 years ago, he's still in the NFL.
Yep, that's fair.
Don't forget, he won a playoff game, man. He
I'll
won a
never, I'll
playoff
never
game.
forget that slant, that
Yeah.
slant he threw to Demarius
Yeah.
Thomas.
Yep.
Then he
But
tried to play
still.
baseball, and that just didn't work out.
Nah.
It's a lot tougher to play baseball.
Yes.
Uh,
Baseball's
who have you got first, coach?
Riverboat Ron Rivera.
Oh, yeah. That's
He-
actually a good pick,
He was
too.
up there in mine.
Yeah,
See,
that's a good pick.
I can see them being shit for the first 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Definitely.
New ownership comes in and goes,
Yep.
we have to do something.
Yep.
We have to
Also,
make this
Ron
team good."
Rivera's a fucking moron. Like,
And-
I know he's a good coach and he's well respected and that. Well, he's meant to be a good coach, but he's just like an old bumbling fool now.
Oh yeah, he's too old for it now.
Like, when
I
he was
love
talking
Ron
today
Rivera.
about Eric Bieniemy, I was just like,
See,
what
and
are you saying, man?
What
was he
why
saying?
I think he'll be fired.
He
so.
said about Eric Bieniemy being too hard on the players and
Oh,
doesn't think
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah.
respond. And all the media were just like, here we go, Ronnie.
What are you doing throwing your OC
Oh,
under the bus
mate, it
already,
was-
bro?
And then him trying to like backtrack on it. I'm just sitting there like, this reminds me of fucking Joe Biden up on the stand. Like, this is horrendous.
Real
Shout
Joe
out
Biden,
to
like,
Sleepy Joe.
And I like Ron Rivera. He's had a great career, but
No,
I just don't think
I'm
he's
a
a good
massive
coach.
Ron-
also Trump 2024.
Do you know what the number one odds are for first coach fired? Do you know who's got the best odds?
Who is it?
Mike McCarthy from the Cowboys.
Really?
That's just an every year thing for the
But I
Cowboys.
feel like if the Cowboys are shit, he'll be gone.
It's-
But the Cowboys are not a fire during the season sort of operation. They just don't do that very often.
What would
Cowboys
have to-
getting rid of the coaches like
what would have to happen for Mike McCarthy to be fired in season? And not only that, be the first.
I think if the Cowboys don't
0-9.
make the playoffs, win a playoff game, and potentially get into the NFC Championship game, I think he'll be fired no matter what.
So you think NFC Championship game will bust
I think he needs to lose in the NFC Championship game at a minimum.
to keep his job?
Yep. That's what I think. Because
I don't-
Dan Quinn is waiting in the fucking
Yeah.
rafters. They bought him back.
Yeah.
Why would he not go and head coach someone?
Yeah, because they're like,
He had
Danny,
so many offers. Jerry Jones is like, oi,
chill out for one
fuck
more
yeah.
year.
old
Yeah.
fatty over there's only got a year left, and then you're our dude.
Chill out for a
and
year.
we'll bring in some young weird, like they'll bring in a Cliff Kingsbury to run the offense
Yeah.
or something like
Yeah.
that. You know,
I still don't know why the fuck they
I
let
al-
go Kellen Moore. I got no
I
idea.
also think the reason they let McCarthy stay this year is because they thought that Peyton would be available next year, and I think Peyton fucked up going to.
Oh, Sean
Right.
Payton.
I think
Okay,
Peyton
okay.
made a big mistake. I think the Cowboys, if would have waited at the end of this year, if they hadn't won a Super
Would've
Bowl,
said,
they'd be
"Shawnee,
like, "Come on, Peyton,
Off you go.
So MVP, who we got?
No, we need to do Coach of the Year first. MVP is
Oh, we're
last.
doing Coach of the Year as well?
Yeah, Coach of
Oh,
the Year.
yeah.
I didn't have that down. Okay.
That's,
And
that's
we've
the
got
best
breakout
award.
and breakout player as well. Let's do breakout player first.
Breakout
Alright.
player, who you got?
I got Drake London from the Falcons.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the Falcons are going to be good. I think Ritter's going to be okay. I think they're going to have to throw the ball. I think he's going to be their best weapon. I think he's going to be a 1,000-yard receiver for the first time. Simple as
Yeah.
that.
Rocky, who you got?
I actually don't have a breakout player, so let me think about it. Georgie boy, who you got? Let me
I picked
think.
Trayvon Walker. I think he's going to be really good this year.
I had him as well.
I think he's gonna be really
I was thinking about him.
I think the Jags will be good. They're going to win the division, obviously, and I think he's going to be a very good player on that.
Kind of
defense.
has to be good this year. Like, dude was a top number one pick. Like,
Yeah.
he needs to be good.
Yep.
Or at least show he can be good. Who you
No,
got,
I think
big
he'll be
fella?
good.
He's thinking. Look at him.
Thinking about this actually.
But like,
I would,
No. He would fuck you.
and I would enjoy it.
amazing. Yes, please.
I'm like, no, Micah, stop.
Oh no, don't do that.
Someone call the police.
Hey, you can't really have a breakout year. His breakout year was last year.
George, clearly I was fucking
Oh,
around.
okay, sorry. My bad. Carry on, boys. Sorry.
Sam Congardo. What's that? Exactly. Who is Sam Congardo? That's how good I am at this game. And that's why DeMar Hamlin shouldn't have been celebrated as much as he was. Because I know who Sam Congardo was.
Let's move on. But go back to it.
I'll put mine in when I make the graphic.
Okay, cool. That's good. Coach of the year. Coach of the year.
I got Dan Campbell.
Snap.
It's a three-way.
Oh, my God.
Come.
the holy triumvirate.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. If they're
they're going to go from
team's
they're going to make the
good.
playoffs and win the division for the first time in fucking forever.
forever,
I think
give it to
they'll
them.
probably win a playoff game.
Yep.
potentially.
Even if like the
The
normally
NFC
goes
sucks that
it
bad.
normally goes to the coach that has the best turnaround from year to
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
Like who won it last year? The Giants coach.
Yeah.
Who's a good coach. Don't get me wrong, I like him, but he shouldn't have been coach of the year. It should have been fucking Kyle Shanahan.
Didn't
Yeah.
the Cowboys coach win it like a couple years ago?
Jason Garrett won
Yeah,
it because they
yeah.
went from being
Being
like
shit.
7-9 or whatever it was to 14-2.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And that's why he got it. But it was
Yep.
Prescott and fucking Zeke. that
Yeah.
did it anyway. It was a year Romo got hurt,
Fair play.
which is why Shanahan should have got it
Yeah,
last
yeah.
year because they had fucking
half a team in.
they had no quarterback.
They were going to
Their
sign
seventh round
Rivers.
pick, they get to the fucking Super Bowl with
No,
or the championship game.
If
With.
they won that game, they were going to sign.
not
Rivers
not
for the
not
Super
not
Bowl.
Nick Sirianni who went
He would have been fine too. He
Yeah.
still would have been a better choice.
on a Super Bowl run. That's a pretty good year.
Yeah, but they were also meant to be good.
Yeah.
And they didn't have much.
But
to go
they
against.
also were.
But it still would have been better than fucking Brian Dable.
Yeah.
Who took a shit team and they won a couple of extra games and squeezed into the playoffs and then beat the other shit team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, let's be fucking honest. None of those.
How good was Minnesota?
And then Zimmer got fired. Was Zimmer even the coach last year? I can't even remember the Vikings.
Yes, he was.
Was
no,
he?
2 years ago.
So he wasn't last year.
Not last year, no.
I can't remember. Is it Kevin O'Connell? Wasn't he from Denver or something? Who knows? They're all fucking
No,
shit.
he's from LA.
Fuck the Vikings. What do we got left? MVP.
MVP.
Do you want to all say it at the same time?
1, 2, 3.
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
No, who you got?
I got Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. Some people don't like flying close to the sun, Brock. I get it.
Boo.
Ask fucking risk takers over here. You just go with old Patty Mahomes.
Yeah.
I would
Safe
love
bet.
nothing more than
But you've
Aaron
also got
Rodgers
them
to
going
win.
16-1, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. So
Pretty fair.
if they go 16-1 and he throws for 5,000 yards, he's probably going to win.
I think he might win it.
Yeah, you might win
I
it.
feel him throwing 50 touchdowns this year again.
Yeah.
I've got a really it's not sneaky. It's fucking out there suspicion that Gunslinger Rogers.
Did you
is
see him
back.
in the preseason when the guy shoved him? The
Yeah.
defensive guy
He's
was like,
you don't know. I
and
don't
he
even know who
starts
you are.
fucking, and he was like, mate, he's in fuck
Fuck you mode.
mode. Now, if he isn't good this year, it's going to be
bullshit.
devastating to me because I want him to be good
can't
so
see
bad.
it. I can't see
But I'm
it
with
though.
you. I just think he's going to be so.
How could he not be good? That roster is
He also
fucking
says he wants
loaded.
to play for the next 3 to 4 years and then hand the reins over to Wilson. So
Right.
Wilson's going to stay there. That's what he says. But
if yours,
do you reckon he's got 3 to 4 years left in him? Like if he's already saying,
How old
like,
is he?
he's got 2
42?
He's got 2 great years in him.
or 40 maybe? Like I think
He'll be 40.
Kurt Warner won a Super Bowl when he was 40, wouldn't he?
yeah, Brady won one when he was 44.
Yeah. Don't worry about Brady. Brady's a fucking freak.
He's
Don't worry about-
39. He's only
Yeah.
39.
Yeah.
It's realistic that he can play for 3 more years.
Yes, very realistic.
So if
Very
he's already
realistic.
saying that, it makes me think that, you know
Especially the
what,
way
he
the
just
rules are
wanted
to
out of
protect
Green Bay.
quarterbacks.
He didn't, because at Green Bay was kind of going, oh, I'm losing
I'm
a bit
gonna
of
go
the
He
with
fucking
power.
went out of Green Bay 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He did.
Like,
he
it
did.
wasn't that he didn't want to play football anymore.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to.
Didn't want to play in Green Bay.
Green Bay
anymore.
didn't listen to
Yeah.
anything he wanted to do.
Also, the narrative around Rodgers. If the Jets are good and that's a good offense and they make the playoffs and they're a good team,
Yes.
they're going to bend this fucking narrative like
Yeah.
to suit him. Because we know the MVP award's also a narrative award. Like,
Oh,
there's,
yeah, no,
there's story to it.
Yeah.
It doesn't just go to the best player. There's got to be some, like Drew Brees should have won it for years, but you know, the narrative was that every year there was a different dude that's like, well, Adrian Peterson came back
Yeah.
from a busted knee and
Yeah,
ran for
that's
2,000
right, yeah.
yards. Like, that's
Did
a
he get-
narrative.
Did he
you know?
get MVP and comeback player of the year that year?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
Dude, the dude ran for 2, came 9 yards short of breaking the rushing record
Yeah.
with an ACL he
Off
tore
an ACL.
6 months before the
Yeah.
fucking season
He also
started.
Yeah.
beat his kid like through his recovery. So
Hey,
like,
you
he
know
should be
what?
fine.
That's how his dad brought him up, Brock. And
Just
if he
for the-
wants to treat his son like that
Hey.
in his own house, he
Hey.
can do what he wants. Who are
Hey.
we to judge?
just get a switch.
Hey, you know what? When I fucked up as a kid, my dad used to beat me too, and there's nothing wrong with me. I mean,
when I
depends
fucked
on
up
who you
as
ask.
a kid, I had to go and put all the silver spoons away. All of them. They wouldn't let Jeeves clean anything for me.
You had to take him out of your mouth.
Do you know how
as well.
fucking tough
you know
that
why?
was?
You know why that's funny for the listeners that don't know? It's because James's dad is very rich.
Do you know how fucking hard it was on me when they wouldn't let Jeeves clean my room for me and I had to do it? You guys don't know adversity.
I've lost it.
And there we are.
Look at us.
Um,
You would have
so-
thought.
I think Rodgers is primed for a big year. I think he's going to be the MVP.
And I've got who have you got? So finally, Super Bowl. I've got San Fran losing to the Bengals.
Ooh.
And the only reason I have
Ooh.
San Fran making it is when I ran it through, San Fran get to play the Cowboys at home after the wild card round because they're
Yep.
the 1 seed.
Yep.
And they get the Eagles at home, and that was my
Right.
and
Okay.
because last year
Very
they-
hard to make back-to-back Super Bowls.
It
Anyway,
is.
that's
It is. So I think San Fran, and I think it's the Bengals' year. I do believe that.
Yep.
I think it's the year Joe Burrow just flops that cock on the table
Yep.
like he did in college and like
Yep.
he's tried to 2 years
A lot
ago.
of good teams in that AFC, though. You reckon they're good enough?
I think it's going to come down. The AFC is going to come down to the dude on the day,
Yeah.
and I think that right now Joe Burrow, out of all those guys, as much as I love Rodgers and Mahomes, probably just those two in that that echelon.
That level.
But I
yeah.
think Joe Burrow is just that guy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just think he's going to find a way on that day.
They don't call him Big Dick Joe for
and
nothing.
he lost
bro.
the Super Bowl, and I thought he was going to win that Super Bowl. I thought he was going to find a way
Probably
that year as well.
Probably should have won.
And he
that
should
one.
have. And I think
win
when
that
he
one.
gets the opportunity again, he's going to be like,
You take Aaron
I'm
Donald
not-
off that team and they win comfortably.
yeah, I think he's going to be like, no fucking way, I'm winning it this time. That's
Yeah.
what I think. So
I definitely think that if he ever makes it to the dance again, he probably will win.
Yes.
I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm just not
but
sure.
it's hard
that-
to get out of the AFC.
Yeah, it's going to be very hard to get out of the AFC.
Who have you got Super Bowl?
I think the Niners are going to win the NFC.
Yeah.
That I'm very comfortable predicting. Either the Jets or the Chiefs to win the AFC.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I can't.
I think the
split
AFC
them.
is legitimately going to come down to home field advantage in the playoffs.
Yeah,
That's what
Yeah.
I think. I think if the Chiefs are the 1 seed and they get home field,
yeah.
it's fucking
You're gonna have to go.
It's tough to play in Burrowhead.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go into Arrowhead and beat them. Like that's a tough assignment.
Mm.
I definitely agree with that.
I've got a real homer take here, and it's from my sports bet account.
Here we go. Here we go.
I got the Baltimore Ravens beating the San Francisco
I love it.
49ers.
I love it.
If
I
it
love
gets up, it turns my $25 bonus bet into $350.
Wow, amazing. And then the drinks are on, bro.
It goes straight back into the Vault podcast.
Amazing.
We
go
put it-
fucking hard, dog.
It goes straight to Zubar. We put it straight on the bar at Zubar.
I love the homer pick. I almost picked the Philly to win the NFC again, but
I think Philly
very,
will be very good.
very hard to go to back-to-back Super Bowls. Very hard. Very tough.
Very tough.
Very tough to do.
That's
It's
what I
actually easier to not make the play. Less teams miss the playoffs after playing in a Super. Sorry, more teams have missed the playoffs the year later
Right.
after playing in a Super Bowl
Right.
that have gone back.
Yeah. That doesn't surprise
It's
me.
more,
I
so
mean,
it's more likely if you make a Super Bowl to miss the playoffs the next year than to go back to the
go
Super
back to
Bowl.
Super Bowl. I mean, I don't see the Eagles
I don't think they'll miss
missing
the playoffs. No, I don't think
unless
they will.
We are
Unless
absolutely ravaged
horrendous
with injuries.
and all
Yeah.
that, but no. I don't want anyone to be injured.
No,
My
neither
dream
do
is
I.
that every
I fucking-
NFL team
yeah.
is at full strength all the time.
Yeah, that would be really good.
Imagine if like you could in real life, like in Madden,
Turn injuries
turn
off.
injuries
Yeah.
off. I would love to see how close all the teams are because I think you would find that would be very, very close.
Yeah.
I think from the bottom to the
every
top,
team is
there'd
healthy.
be
I think there still would be tiers.
definitely, but
but
I don't think it would be.
They wouldn't be
much.
as far apart as what you think.
No,
they
I
are.
reckon,
Yeah.
and I reckon there'd probably be 15 teams that could win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
potentially.
Yeah.
Like you're looking at it right now, we'd be pretty comfortable with 10 to 12 teams winning the Super Bowl. Like if I said Ravens could win it, I'm like, yep,
Yeah,
definitely.
you could make that
Chargers,
argument.
Chiefs,
Yeah.
Cowboys, Eagles, Niners. Fuck, I think I wouldn't shock me if the Seahawks could fucking win it. I
Yeah.
don't think they're bad at all.
No.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, I know what you
Jags,
mean.
you telling me Big Dick Lawrence doesn't get in there and just go, hey, I'm going to put on a fucking show?
Yeah.
Bengals,
Does everyone just have a big dick view?
Steelers, all the quarterbacks do that can play.
Yeah.
It's the key trait. Every
That's the
time,
key trait.
Big dick
every
Nick.
combine,
Big
they
hands.
could just walk in
Because they got
and
big
go,
hands. They got big
show
dicks.
me your dick,
Yeah.
big dick. You're an
Yeah,
elite
that's
quarterback.
why do you think they
You're a
measure hands
quarterback.
for, bro? They want to know how big your dick is. Simple as
Spot
that.
on. That's not about gripping the football.
Unlucky Kenny Pickett.
Because no, think
Small
about it. Think about it logically. Take it 2 steps forward. Large hands equals large dick equals confidence equals a confidence in your abilities
know.
equals you play well.
Hands aren't always a direct indication of how big or small your penis is.
I think they're almost always a direct indication. They're almost always a direct indication. Everybody, look.
Let's get out of here. Boys, season starts Friday. It's Chiefs Detroit, the first game, which I'm not super excited.
I'm
about.
still watching.
I'm still watching it.
I'm
but
still watching.
I think
Like,
Detroit will get the shit kicked out of them personally.
I think that's pretty likely.
But I think it's a good test for him. And then the Monday morning, 3 a.m. Let's get after it.
But
I love it.
Before that episode Sunday, myself, you, and Dave Sinclair.
Oh, which
we'll-
Sunday? Next Sunday. Though.
Next Sunday.
Yeah. Before the first game.
Before
Bit
the
of betting.
Before the
Yeah.
Mondays.
Oh, nice, cool.
Sporting Globe.
Little betting call.
I'm actually just considering just letting you fucking run the reins on that one.
I love it.
Maybe. We'll see
You
where
want-
we go.
We'll work it out. We'll
We'll
have
work
to
it out.
Dave.
He loves
Yeah,
a punt. There's no doubt about it.
He
Dude, love
does because I don't
Hey.
love a punt. But I
Responsible.
love winding up people who love a punt
Yeah.
by saying
I
that's a
think-
terrible parlay.
I think you just like winding people up.
fucking Isaac.
I was born a certain way, and I can't help it.
With
And
a silver
normal, I
spoon?
apologize for it.
You're as God
Silver
made
spoon.
you, and I love you. I love you
Jeeves
for it.
raised me in his own shadow.
Thank you,
All right,
boys. See you
boys.
later.
Yes.